There's a strange kind of loneliness that exists even in crowded rooms. Being seen but not understood, having support yet still feeling empty. And I always wonder, does anyone experience life in the way I do? Does anyone else feel everything too deeply? Trying to process grief, betrayal, anxiety, burnout while still showing up? Still trying to have a good time with people around you? Eventually, I learned to remove myself. Not because I don't belong, but because I started seeing myself through someone else's lens. I used to always surround myself with people, distractions, drugs, and almost had a nihilistic view on life because I wanted to escape who I was. And eventually, I learned that I can't run away from my problems, let alone myself. So I willingly put myself through a season of isolation. I realized I wanted to break free from cycles of trauma and bad habits, even if it meant I had to start over. It would have been easy to stay where I was, comfortable even, and a part of me did stay for longer than I probably should have. But eventually I got tired of feeling the same way, so I chose to change. I got tired of feeling sorry for myself. The cards I was dealt were out of my control, but what I did with them was not. I chose to hold myself accountable and to a higher standard because if I want better for myself, then I have to be willing to be uncomfortable. They say growth does not come from comfort zones, and being willing to accept the unknown was the only way through. As someone who loves to plan their life, I've had to accept that I don't have all the answers right now. And maybe that's the point. If I knew exactly where my life was going, or if I knew my purpose right now, there'd be no surprise, no reward, no whimsy. It'd actually be so boring to have all the answers right now. There were many nights where I just sat in my car, no music, no phone, just me, myself, and my thoughts. And those moments were really hard because I know how uncomfortable it is to face yourself. And it was those moments that made me realize that I had to stop judging myself for the life I was given. And if I really wanted to change, I first had to be aware enough to stop living on autopilot. Looking back, I see now that I had to go through this season of hibernation because by going inward, okay, sorry to be corny for a second, but I feel like I found myself again. And in solitude, I learned to choose happiness for myself and not rely on anyone else. And maybe that could be my hyper independent speaking, but anyways, sure, I've been through fucked up shit and I can give myself a lot of excuses, but at the end of the day, I am responsible for myself. So instead of loneliness, I'm choosing to see this season as like a rebirth.